Hello everybody, GamerPenny here, bringing you another episode of our Final Fantasy XIV Online Let's Play. We're back at the Gold Saucer because it is currently Sunday when I'm recording this. So I do want to check in with my Cactpot cashier, see if we won. Uh-oh, could already be a winner. Winner won. That tells me we won something there. The thing is, we're probably going to do it either this way, or I'm not going to record this every time. But because this is our first time checking the Jumbo Cactpot thing, I wanted to record it and show you guys. So let's see if we won anything. Oh, and we did. We got consolation. We got 238, which is not bad. I don't think I've gotten anything higher than that. And that was on our first one. So please accept this consolation prize. Yes, claim more. Another consolation prize. And one more. And another consolation prize. So, that's alright. It's fine. I never expect to win anything. I mean, this would be amazing if we got that. Anything above this would be great. Oh, what the heck was that? I've been playing the mini Cactpot stuff as much as I could. So, we actually have... let me purchase these tickets real quick here. I'm just gonna do the same stuff here. Purchase my tickets. And whoops. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we'll come back and check this next week. Like I said, I've been playing the what's this person doing? Got some camera viewer stuff. I've been playing the mini Cactpot stuff, and let me try to find or see if I can find Gold Saucer. So I've gotten up to 15,778 MGP points, which is not bad. You have to get a lot to be able to do much. I've been playing some of the oh, watch this. I've been playing some of the mini games and some of the triple triad stuff, but not a whole lot. So today, actually, we're gonna go on and we're gonna go continue the main story. Let me get rid of these here. Ill-conceived venture. I'm probably gonna do the ill-conceived. Well, let me think what I want to do. Let's go continue the main story. We'll come back for those other two. So, Tataru is in Horizon, I believe. Oh, no. Limsa lowered. Wait, really? Oh, no, yeah. Yep. So we're going to Horizon. I thought that meant she was in Limsa. I got really confused. I was like, what the heck? I don't remember her going there. Alright, so we're going to head... We're going to continue the main story. I think where we left off last time, we just got out of Bowl of Embers and fighting Ifrit, which was an awesome fight. I had a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys liked that one. And we are going to now go around to all of the cities, which is why I think when we get to Ul'dah, we'll do that dancing one, or the retainer one or something. Which means I should probably actually keep the dancing one on. Whoops. And also the retainer one, just in case we come across it in the wild. But I'm going to go ahead and, when we get to Ul'dah, we're going to do the dancing one. But at the end of all of this, we should be able to get our mount. So we have that coral mount, that big cat one. We have a lot of mounts, actually. Let me see if I can show you what mounts we have. So we have the Fat Chocobo. We have the Coral, which came, I think, pre-order of the game, like when it first came out. We have the Airman mount, which is a subscriber reward. Behemoth, we have. We have the Griffin mount, which came with pre-order of Heaven's Ward. We have our Egg mount, which we worked very hard. And then this Flying Cumulus mount, which was the Amazon thing. So, oh, and I don't know if I've said this in here, but I did get my capture card in the mail. Haven't set it up yet, still in its box, but I got the capture card, so when we get that Final Fantasy XII that I ordered to get that mount. We might actually play that on the channel here. So that'll be fun. Alright, Tataru, what do you got for us? I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Vesper. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often, to a few too many people. Ahem. Next time, I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you to want to know where and when the Remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services, and Elder Seedsayer Kan-e Sena will deliver her address at Mikito's amphitheater. Should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you go to Ul'dah, where the Flame General Rabban Aldian will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there's to be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merliwib Blofshiwin will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanthiel, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the Remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor for your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Okay, so we could go any order. I'm going to follow the order that they want us to do. So let's go to Gridania. Teleport. New Gridania. I'm still saving my tickets. I'm saving my tickets until... You guys will see towards the end, the amount of teleporting that we're going to be doing is absolutely ridiculous. Towards the end of, well, I guess both. Towards the end of A Realm Reborn and towards the end of Heaven's Ward. Even all through Heaven's Ward, there's going to be a lot of jumping around all over Eorzea. It's really fun. I love the story of this game, and I'd have no problems traveling like that. And I think if we do it this way and save those tickets for later, we'll actually have more money. Mikito Amphitheater. Okay, let's go there. Aethernet, Mikito's Amphitheater. Sweet, so we'll see what this Remembrance service... I think there's probably going to be a lot of reading. I don't think they voiced these. Well, they might have voiced some of them. I can't remember. What are these? Level 1... Level 20, a hero in the making. Is it this one right here? Level 2. Oh, level 20 is the one that we have here. Okay, destination. Here we go. Gonna watch the, it's raining, unfortunately. We're gonna watch the Remembrance ceremony in Gridania. See what this looks like.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Those were never voiced before when I came through the first time, I swear. That's really awesome.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on that
high
bloody
roads without
Ixal.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity, we must think of the children.
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
For all
forest.
the elementals!
If you'll permit me, Alphino. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
So these two, if you don't remember, these two were on the wagon in the very beginning when we came. So we're about to learn about them a little bit. Alphino is throughout the game. Alice, you know, we'll run into these guys many times. So the Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time but they summoned the primal Ramu. Okay. The Gridanians have no love of war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to an all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them, then? Thanks, Alphino. Alright, so Gridania is one of our choices for joining Grand Company. I think I already know who we're going to go with, and it is not going to be Gridania. But we'll see what the other two have to say. Maybe they won't inspire us. Okay, so we did this one. Now let's get out of this leg fest and go to Ul'dah. Actually, let's just do the... No, stop. Let's do the return so we don't have to spend money. Turn to Ul'dah. We could stop. I did want to stop and do the dance quest, so we're also gonna... Let's do that first. We'll do the dance quest first, and then we'll make on with the main story. So, ask about Gilna on the Steps of Thal. Steps of Thal. Weaver's Guild? Okay. Let's go to the Weaver's Guild. And we'll do that dancing quest first. Just because we might as well get it done while we're here. Where am I? There we go. Gold spammers. No MMOs without them. I was playing Lord of the Rings Online the other day. That game's almost as old as World of Warcraft, right? It's, you know, getting on to its 10th anniversary and stuff like that, and you still like have gold spammers in there where I just wouldn't expect it from there. Look how cool her hat is. Okay, let's ask this person. Oh, of course I know where Master Gillenau is. Don't you see these roses on my cheeks? The ever so slight droop of my supple carriage? I've just come from practice. You can stop wondering who the belle of the ball is to be next moon. With what Master Gillenau taught me, I've no doubt that I'll dazzle the masses. Can you find him? Well, I oughtn't say, but oh, why not? You should find him in the hustings strip. He said he was headed to the airship landing. Okay. But we gotta still talk to more people for some reason. So let's go across here. More people to help us find Master Gillenau. Willowy woman. Okay. Master Gillenau? Oh, it's lovely what he teaches, but straight is the gate. My good lady, he is very choosy about whom he teaches. You must dance for him and show some innate quality. Why, he wouldn't even accept Master Gigaruju's diamond-crusted crumpet. She was quite the danseuse already. Okay. Wait, where else? Husting strip? Oh, okay. So let's go. Wait. Okay. Let's go up. We gotta go up. We gotta go up there anyway, so that's perfect. Glad we stopped and did this along the way. Go upstairs. Find this master dancer, see if he'll teach us how to dance. And we're gonna get a new emote out of it so we can start dancing in the dungeons and stuff. Oh, luscious lady. Are you another one of Master Gunnell's camp followers? So cute. You know he's from Corythus, don't you? Travels the world teaching the art of the dance. They say he was the youngest dancing master ever to leap the lance. That he had a large estate, a fine stable, and a coat of crown sable. Why anyone would leave all that is beyond me. While I think about that, it gives me shivers, you know? Why, if he weren't leaving Ul'dah today, I'd consider permitting him the pleasure of my person. Oh, don't look so shocked. May happen when he returns. Dang, girl. She wants to get some. Alright, and it should be up here. Speak with Gillinau. Alright, let's talk to him. Okay. Master Gillinau, I am he. Look at him. That you are an adventurer is apparent, but what business brings an adventurer to a dancing master, I wonder? At-tat. You will not answer where no question has been asked. It is the feet that must persuade, not the tongue. Now, dance for me. Okay, so we gotta do a slash dance. Slash dance. Uh-oh. What's happening? We're doing our dance. Oh yeah, we look great. The vessel is rude, but the wine within may yet be fined. Unfortunately, there is much call on my time, and I am bound for another land. I will make a dancer of you when next I return to this city. Oh, here comes this girl. There you are. Heard anything good? Hope you're not wasting time with that looker here. But it's Master Gillen now. Oh. Master Gillinau, I am Pomoliman, the danseuse, and I would speak with you. It is my greatest desire to become a dancer dexter and perform at a grand ball. Please, my lord, won't you teach me? So, it is not the adventurer who wishes to tread the parquet, but the stammering maiden? Child, I sift people to find dancers, do you understand? Then let us see whether you can master these steps. Okay. I mean, what a dance. Well, that's how they do it in high society, huh? I can be the last with class, just watch. He's got it. Hideous. Oh, rude. Grotesque. Your dancing stands alongside the calamity in its horror. Well, those words might cow your high-born ladies, Mr. Gallinow, but where I come from, we take our lumps and keep on toiling. Now, what exactly didn't you like? Child, you rely overmuch on appearances. You go from pose to pose, pleasing to pleasing. That is not dance, but crude fascination. Adventurer, look sharp, and take your turn on the floor. What? We're like, wait, I didn't sign up for this. Alright, let's see how we look. Oh, God. I can't take my eyes off of you. I mean, you're not exactly good. You'd be picking rotten orange piths out of their eyebrows if you did that at the market, but it's a story, isn't it? A dance is a story, and I have nothing to say. Because I haven't lived, just made a living. Yay! Ah, child. Ale-glazed eyes are easy to please, and you have squandered these years striking your poses when you could have learned a craft. Still, you have courage, I'll warrant that. I weary of teaching so many who may have lived, but in ways too alike. I wonder if you have courage enough. Do you dare start anew, to be a dancing girl no longer, to learn a true craft? I dare! I will learn the craft of adventuring! Do you adventure for fun or gain? Do you have to be very good with weapons? The moves you make with your arms, is that some fighty thing? I want what we've got, darling. The way to the grand ball is through quests and dungeons. I'll learn to slog, I'll learn to slug, and I'll learn to dance. Thank you, milady, thank you. I'm off to the Adventurers Guild. You've taught me so much, and I'll never forget that dance you showed me. Did she just choose a mere adventurer over me, master among masters? My airship departs this strange city soon. Dance your rude yet puissant dance, adventurer. Mayhap you will affect more aspirants as you did Pamolaman. Aha, and mayhap I shall hang up my dancing shoes and start anew. Okay, so we got the ball dance now. You learned the emote ball dance. Cool. So we can do that weird dance now, at the different, in wherever we want, so. Alright, let's go continue on to main quest. Oh, it says the retainer is in Drybone, so we won't have to worry about that for a little bit. Alright, here's our destination. We get to watch another cutscene.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanimal herself!
And Roban as well.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul'dah dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold, where by the grace and glory of Ul'dah have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Ul'dah wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Ja, for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Raoban? People of Ul'dah, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measured that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanimo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
Alright. So we got Ul'dah down. We're just going to talk to Elfinal a little bit. The Aldens have a long history of conflict with the Ul'dah, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. Yeah, and I bested Ifrit. The Aldens do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Ul'dah are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Aldens send their forces to smite the primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the immortal flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventure of your experience would be most welcome addition to their ranks. For their sake, I hope that the Flame General's words struck a chord with you. Alright, bye. So I am planning on going with the Immortal Flames as our grand company. But we are going to head over to Limsa. We might run over on the episode just a little bit, because I want to get through all 3 of these ceremonies, and as soon as the last ceremony is done, we'll go ahead and end the episode there. But I want to see what the Limsa one is. My plan is to go with the Immortal Flames. It just makes sense for our character for really deeply role-playing. She came to Ul'dah, she went and she fought alongside Immortal Flames, she befriended some of them, and they died trying to fight Ifrit. She might have a little disdain in that, you know, those that were affected by Ifrit with her while she was fighting had to be put to death, but I think she probably wants to keep that from happening again, so yeah. I think Vesper is going to go with Penny, oh my god, that's me. Vesper is gonna go with, sorry, I got a text message if someone said my name. So, Vesper is gonna go with the Immortal Flame. So, here to attend the Remembrance service. Be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment. Yes.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
My dog in the background, sorry.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Ha yeah, ah, ha yeah, ha!
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilfir's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa. I swear to you no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
Yeah, like, well, that wasn't expected. Okay. So, as the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lominsans' backyard. And that is to say, not of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lominsans are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Alright, bye. Okay, so we've watched all 3 Remembrance ceremonies. So if I was not role-playing very hard, I would go with Limsa. I think I like them the best. But because of the character and I want her to stay true to herself, we're going to go with Immortal Flames. Uh-oh, who's calling us? Vesper, this is Minfilia. You are well, I hope? Would I be correct in thinking that the final Remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that next time. I think we are going to end here. We're going to end the episode here. Getting ready to go back and choose our Grand Company. So the next episode is probably us going to be joining the Grand Company, exploring what Grand Companies are, and hopefully leading up, but maybe not getting to next episode. It depends. I can't remember how long it's really going to take, but leading up to us finally getting our riding skill and getting our chocobo. So, guys, thank you so much for all the support on the Final Fantasy Let's Play. If you do want to see more of it, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye-bye, everyone!